All right, Dana. Okay.
We're on record.
Yep.
And voice.
Did you stop it?
No.
Okay. As a veterinary technician, I often hear the complaints, frustrations, and fears of pet owners. The most common of all these worries would have to be nail trims. If you are a pet owner, you kind of know the struggle of cutting your dog's nails. Clients have admitted to me before that they've either tried to cut their dog's nails once or twice and they just don't ever want to do it again, or they're just too scared in the beginning to ever cut their dog's nails. With a little bit of patience, practice, and time, eventually this can become a worry of the past. You often know when to cut your dog's nails by the traditional clicking on the floor, or if your dog jumps up and scratches down your legs and you have huge scratches down your legs. It's really important to try to keep your dog's nails trimmed for health reasons. You don't want them to split, you don't want them to tear off, it's more comfortable for them to walk. For demonstration purposes, and what I'll be mostly talking about today would be if it was just you and your dog, if you didn't have somebody around, if you were just a solo person, or you just didn't have someone that could help you. It's going to be a dog that you can just do by yourself. A dog that's going to need assistance or restraint would be a whole other nail trim topic. I always tell clients when I'm teaching them there's three major components when it comes to nail trims. One would be your preparation. So this is going to be your tools, this is going to be your nail trimmers. I often use these ones. They're like scissors almost. I think they're a little bit easier. They also have another set on the market that looks like a guillotine almost. You kind of slip it over your dog's nail and then kind of chomps down. I think for that it's a lot harder. I have a tough time with them, so I know people that are new at it might have a tough time. The scissor ones just seem a little bit easier to use. The other thing I don't have with me is a quick stop. It's a clot activator. It kind of will stop if you hit their vessel inside their nail. If it bleeds, it's going to stop it from bleeding. Some people, if they don't want to purchase Quick Stop, they use flour, cornstarch, or even a bar of soap, and they kind of just run the soap over, and it'll stop the nail from bleeding as well. The other part of preparation that's super important that I try to teach clients is the anatomy. So I have a little demonstration here for you. It's the actual, so this is the toe or the paw, and then this is your nail. This red line in the center is what we call the quick, which is the blood vessel itself. And then this green line here is the traditional cut line and kind of what you're trying to aim for. I think this kind of helps people try to visualize before they cut their dog's nails of what they're really trying to do. The other thing is, it depends on the color of your dog's nail. So if your dog has a clear nail or a white nail, the nail's obviously going to be white. You're going to see a pink center, and that's going to be the quick. So it's a little bit easier with people that have clear nails. Now people with dogs with dark nails or black nails, they're the ones that have a little bit of fear because it's dark. You can't see externally where the quick is. So that's why I have this little guy over here. This is the nail itself. So this is like if the nail was coming out towards you this way. This center line right here, in tech terms, we call it a bullseye or a target cell. So this center is actually the quick. So if you were trimming back and you're trimming, eventually this little center dot in the center of the nail is going to start to show up, and that's going to be a sign that your quick's coming up, and you're going to want to stop when you see this center. If you keep going, you're going to cut their nail and they're going to start bleeding, and it's going to cause pain and discomfort, just like if you were to cut back on your nail too far. The second component when I talk to clients about the nail trims would have to be behavior. So obviously what we're talking about is doing it by yourself. So this is going to be a dog that's a little bit calmer. We teach people that they're going to want to teach their dog a settled position or relaxed position. So this would be first position, like if you have your dog sit and then lie down, and then you're going to want them to almost like lay on their side. For my own dog, we call this lateral in veterinary terms. So I teach her lateral. She knows lateral. She'll sit, lie down, and then I say lateral, and she rolls over to her side. Other people use commands like roll over or side. Once you get your dog to that position, you're going to want to massage their feet, play with their feet, roll in between their toes. If they are good with this and this doesn't bother them and they seem comfortable and relaxed, then you can kind of continue on the nail trim. Dogs that jerk away or get up or want to stay away from you, you're going to want to stop at this point. People often be like, well, just get the nail trim over, just keep going. If you keep pushing a dog and they don't want to do it, you're just going to almost cause like a trauma to them. The more you push them to do it, eventually they're not going to want to do the nail trim, and it's just going to make it harder in the future. Dogs that are relaxed and kind of know this are usually dogs that have been trained to do it, or they're just calm dogs in general, or they've been teaching since a puppy. Usually they'll just lay here and it won't bother them. Obviously the third process when doing the nail trims is the actual nail trim itself. So you're going to get them to sit, lie down, and then they're going to lay over. So the next thing you're gonna do, I'd like to do, is either, some people put cheese here, like string cheese, or some sort of treats. It gives them something to do, it's a distraction, and it also rewards them while you're doing the nails. So you're gonna take their little paw, these are the ones you're gonna try to do while they're facing like this. You're gonna try to do these top ones first. I often will kind of bend the paw back just a little bit, so if you're like this, you're gonna bend it just slightly. Don't yank on it, that's gonna hurt them. Just enough so you can kind of see where the nails are. You're gonna take your little nail trimmers and you're just gonna go on the tips of the nails, which if it was like this, you're just gonna go with the very tip and kind of trim slowly. I always tell people, don't take a huge honking end off. Some dogs' whips are longer and you're just gonna cause them to bleed right away. So just kind of slowly trim back until you reach that target cell. Even in dogs with clear or white nails, you're gonna see that target cell and you're gonna know to stop. If for accident you do hit the quick, you're gonna take some of that powder, just put it on there until it stops bleeding. You're gonna continue with all the nails and even the back paw. You gotta remember with dogs, they do have a little nail in the center, which is almost like our thumb. That's their dew claw. You're gonna wanna make sure you get that as well. Depending on what the breed of your dog is, some breeds actually have back dew claws and you wanna make sure you don't miss that. Some dogs will let you do their bottom row of feet while they're in this position. Some dogs you might have to have them get up and lay on the other side. The other thing you might want to do while you're kind of teaching them, they're getting used to this, is do a paw, feed them a treat, do a paw, feed them a treat. This kind of gives them reward and it's not pushing in. The last thing I tell people in conclusion to all the steps, which is a lot when you're treating them, is when they're done, reward them. Tell them they did great, give them food, praise them. They're gonna know that this is not a bad thing, that it's a good thing, that eventually it's gonna become so common to them that it's gonna be like brushing their hair.
Good job. Beautiful.